Welcome to my evaluation question 1. So this is, in what way does your media product use, develop or challenge the forms and conventions of real media products? So I'm going to discuss my music video, my first auxiliary text, which is my digipack, and my second auxiliary text, which is my magazine advert. So music videos are split up into 3 different categories following the Goodwin theory. So first would be a narrative music video. This follows a storyline which directly links to the lyrics of the music video. So the second would be a performance music video. So this is where the artist play their instruments or lip sync to the camera, so they are performing directly to their audience. And third would be a concept music video. So this is quite, they're usually quite obscure and unusual music videos, so it could be anything ranging from a man walking down the street to a flickering light. This approach is usually seen as quite niche, so it's usually connected with one of the other styles in order to appeal to a wider audience. For example, it would be a concept and narrative music video, or a concept and performance music video. An example of this would be the Red Hot Chili Peppers' Can't Stop. It's an artistic music video, and it is inspired by 1-minute sculptures of Edwin. So conventions of a typical music video are lip syncing, male and female gaze, fast-paced editing. So within the indie genre, this is frequently used, for example, in The Strokes' Someday, and as well, which is very important, Arctic Monkeys' Fluorescent Adolescent. So the fast-paced editing in this, it's used to show the violence because of the fight scene, so it fits much like in films where there's like action films, they have fast-paced editing to keep up the speed and excitement. Dance routines, this is usually seen in the pop videos, in the pop video genre. Not as much in the indie genre, but it can occur. For example, Paramore, sometimes dance routines in Paramore. Editing to the beat of the music. So this can vary. So for example, an unconventional example of this would be Sam Smith. So Stay With Me, that would be one song. He uses it in many. It's quite significant to him because he usually releases very slow-paced songs. So that means that the takes are quite long and the editing is quite slow-paced, because his songs are quite mournful. And that fits his genre. So strong high key lighting. This is usually used again in the pop genre because it's more glamorous and makes the artist seem blemishless, which is appealing to female and male audience. An example of this would be Miley Cyrus' Wrecking Ball. However, in the indie genre, this is contradicted, as they usually use lower key lighting, so dimmer, quite darker lighting, as well as different colour fades. That's quite common. For example, Catfish and the Bottlemen, they use both of those. This is usually to create a more atmospheric setting, so quite serious, rather than the kind of upbeat pop genre. Another one would be costume. Usually girl and boy bands have similar costumes to show uniformity within the group. This, however, was broken by the Beatles, as later in their careers they wore different outfits to show their different individual personalities, as well as the Spice Girls, who broke this in 1996. They had their different personalities, so Sporty Spice, Posh Spice, so they showed these through their choice of outfits. However, nowadays, an artist's choice of outfit, so costume, represents the audience that they're trying to appeal to. So, for example, Ariana Grande, she wears up-to-date, fashionable clothing to appeal to her youthful female audience. Slow motion is another one. This is a common convention of the Pixies, which inspired us in our music video. For example, Bad Boy, the slow motion effect is used in an artistic way, as he smashes a room up, so smashes vases. It's very atmospheric and it works. However, it's usually used in quite a cliche way. Another one would be a wide variety of shots, focused on the lead singer. This within a band setting, usually there is quite a heavy focus on the lead singer. For example, Peace, that usually happens in Peace videos as well as in Paramore videos. However, there are different bands that don't do this. We have chosen not to focus too heavily on this in ours. Tracking shots, crane shots, handheld shots, special effects, multiple locations is very key. Linear and non-linear editing, diegetic intros, they're all general conventions. As Sly Antics are a new band, they only have one music video. It's low budget. This is shown by their use of the handheld approach. The shots are quite shaky, therefore, as they haven't used a tripod. This fits, however, with the indie genre, as it's quite rough and fits with the realism of the genre. It features cityscapes, and also a dull colour edit has been used to lower the brightness, making it seem more indie. Due to the lower lighting, this is seen before in the Catfish in the Bottle pacifier. It's more atmospheric. They use a lot of tracking shots, which are conventions of all music videos. However, these are from a moving vehicle, so again the shots are quite shaky. It also uses multiple locations, again another convention of all music videos. It cuts the beat of the music. Shots of instruments, these are typical of an indie music video, as quite a lot of indie music videos use performance footage, so instruments are needed. There are quick shot changes, tracking shots. They build up tension through this use of shot variety and quick editing. Graffiti again fits with the realism of the genre. It's quite rough and raw. In the end, they have one main character, which is the Bagman, shown right at the end of the music video. They don't feature the actual band in the music video very much. They don't show their faces. This is again convention of indie genre. They've used this in Arctic Monkeys, Fluorescent Adolescent, as they don't show the band at all in a music video. Now I will discuss how our music video fit these conventions. So first of all, the obvious one would be the follow-on use of the Bagman. So in the previous music video, he was only used towards the end, whereas we use him throughout the whole music video. We thought that his character was very key, as he's become quite significant to the band's image. So we've included him. We've also turned the 3 other band members into Bagmen right at the end of the music video. So we had to make 2 more masks in the exact same style as the first, used in the first music video. We have combined 2 of the previously used conventions, as we've included city shots, but from the inside of a car, therefore fitting the convention of the tracking shot seen in the previous music video and as a convention of all music videos. So we did this from the perspective of a car, so we filmed from the inside of a car, as we wanted to create the illusion of movement, as we felt this would fit with our narrative. We instead choose to use a downloaded black and white font instead of a dull colour edit. So this is because we were inspired by Depeche Mode's video Never Let Me Down Again, in which we also took many ideas for the creative and artistic shot types within the car. So the close-up side profile shot of the lead singer in the car, that was inspired by Depeche Mode's Never Let Me Down Again. We chose to use a dull colour, a dull black and white colour, rather than just a plain dull colour, as we thought from audience feedback from using both, the audience feedback was stronger for the black and white effect, and as well we thought it worked so well with Depeche Mode that creating more of an artistic style, we thought it gave it a little bit more something, and it's another general convention of indie music videos, so we thought it worked very well. Within the end section of the video, we cut back to a upwards tracking shot of the Bagman on the beat in order to create tension. We also cut to the beat mostly throughout to the beat of the bass guitar or the drum, because we thought this is more effective because it's a stronger sound than the lyric. Even though we cut to the beat throughout, the most pronounced times are usually with the Bagman when he's moving around, so for example in the warehouse or the moorland. So we cut to his movements, which are cut to the beat of the bass or the drums, depending on which section. And we also have shots of the instruments, which is typical of the genre, as well as including graffiti, which gives it an unclean look, which again fits with the unconventional indie genre. We have also used high angle shots from the first car facing the lower car. This isn't usually typical of an indie genre, maybe more of a pop genre. For example, Taylor Swift uses it quite a lot, but we thought it would be more creative than just using it side on, and as well we hoped it would give it a more professional edge, as crane shots signify that a music video is has quite a high budget. Next is the digipack. So common conventions of a digipack are: on the front cover you'll have the album name, you'll have the artist name, you'll also have stickers indicating that it's not your average jewel case, that it is a limited edition. This means that it could have extra songs on or performance footage. Also, on the back you'll have a barcode, you'll also have small print explaining the copyright holders, typical of jewel case digipacks. Record label logo, artist logo, track list. This will be quite limited as inside you have a lyric booklet explaining more. You also have a distributor logo, you'll also have a link between the outer panels. So this could be a colour scheme or an image. Also there's another link between the inside panels. And there'll also be a catalogue number on the spine. So with this you'll also have the album name and the artist name as well. I have added a sticker advertising live bonus footage from Reading Festival on the back of my digipack. This festival is known for its indie bands such as Arctic Monkeys, which are common artists who perform at this festival. The logo is distressed, making it look more indie. I have added a barcode as well as a disc and DVD logo indicating that this is a jewel case limited edition digipack, as it has both DVD and CD inside. I have indicated the track lists on the back. Most were Scientific's real track names, however they didn't have the full 10, which is the common convention of digipacks to have 10 tracks on the back, so I had to make 5 new names up. These were inspired by Discharge the band. The songs that have inspired my track lists are Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing, and Does the System Work? I felt like these titles had the same feel as the Atlantic's previous song titles, as they are grungy and rebel against the system. Also, I used a common convention of including 10 tracks, as I've already previously mentioned. I've included small print inspired by the small print on the back of the Strokes album, This Is It, and the distributors and music label, Virgin Music. I chose Virgin Music as they have indie and rock artists such as The Cult and 30 Seconds to Mars on their label, so I thought that worked very well. The link between the two outer panels is a colour scheme of browns, greys and blues, dulled down by the lowering of the opacity. Also, the inside panels link through both contrasting layering images of the band and song lyrics. The spine includes album logo, artist name and catalogue number. Common conventions of magazine adverts are artist name, album title and tour dates. Tour dates feature heavily as ticket sales for live concerts are the band's highest source of income. The album's release date is included, as well as the band's social media links. On our magazine advert, I have included the artist name and album title, but I went against the common convention of making the album title larger than the band's name. I have added tour dates as well as release date and distributors, which I chose to be iTunes as they are the largest viral site for selling music, as well as Virgin record label and Scientific social media, for example Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, as well as adding my own website for fans to buy gig tickets. Overall, I think I followed most conventions for each product. However, I've gone against a few in order to make my product unique and stand out from the rest.